going to start this video off in my kitchen nook. And as you can see, I set my coffee cup here, and I look around, and the only coaster I've got is clear over here. Somebody else was using it. Hey! I just happen to have a nice big piece of really oddly shaped, highly figured walnut. 4.5 inches. 4 inches circular, black walnut coaster. And I think we might be able to do something about this. Go to the shop and find out. Okay, now we come outside after we've enjoyed our cold coffee. I thought about this piece of wood, but it gets a little bit thin. I got a 4-inch cap here, make a nice circle. This big void here, it's about 4.5 around actually. So when I put it on there, I think I'd be a little too thin on this side. So I'm going for a nice 4-inch round. I found this partner, which came out of the walnut, came out of the middle. There's a knot here, and it's just a little over 3/8. So I think if I spin down and I'm careful, I can get it to about 1/4. So I put 3 circles on there. I'm going to go to my bandsaw and try and cut these out if the bandsaw makes it, and then look at different ways to put them on the lathe and turn them. That worked fairly well, even though my bandsaw's on its last leg. I've got a piece here that's roughly a half, but kind of rough. So if I'm shooting for 1/4, that'll be good. This one's about 1/4 here, so I'm going to be careful. Might be smaller than 1/4. This one's smaller than 1/4 right here anyway, and a little split in it. So that one will probably do last, or maybe not even turn. It has more splits in it than I want. So maybe a pair of coasters is what we're looking for today. I think I'm going to put these between centers for a second, straighten them up, and then maybe use some double stick tape. Okay, instead of between centers, I grabbed my new nice big jam chuck and decided I would put this in this chuck. Oh, that's rubbing a little bit. See if I can face it nice and carefully, and then a little high. And let's put in the well. So that's really flat. Nope, it's bumped up a little bit in the middle. Check that with my skew. Ooh, there's a little bit of roughness right there. I've got to go down a little bit more. So while it's right in here still, I decided I'd try for the diameter just a tiny bit. I tried to bring it to the final shape. I mean, I don't want to hit that by any means, but I wanted to get close on the base. So I turn this on, and I'm actually running pretty slow, and I'm just going to do a little little bit in there like that to see if I can get to 4 inches. That's exactly 4 inches. And I'm not doing what I want. I don't really like that at all. It's cutting, scraping back on me, screwing it up. Perfect. Well, as you can see, the reason I'm in the shop because of the silly rain today. Swap this back around. I've got the back finished. You can see in there I've got a little rib on it about the final size. I figured I could face this off, put a pencil mark on the middle, and then that would help me remount it for double stick tape, and I'll be close. Because it's held really well, I'm going to clear this off and see if I can round it down a little bit more. Sadly, these are 5-inch jaws, or I could have just hooked it right on that rim and really gone to town. Huh. There's my kids out in the rain. No jackets, nothing. Not that smart, is it? Alright, everybody needs a handy dandy one of these, don't they? Ain't so handy dandy if it doesn't fit. Okay, so like I said, everybody needs a handy dandy one of these. Now, I'll line that up. Okay, what I've done is put this nice big steel plate on here. A couple pieces of double stick tape. Okay, what I've done, finished off the top, nice and smooth, and sanded it. Looks pretty good. I've got a couple pieces of double stick tape right there. Now my tailstock sitting in place. Help me find the center after I remounted it. All this is doing is helping me put this on nice and evenly. I don't want to use the tailstock or make a big mark on this stuff. I got my face shield on. I'm going to stand clear out of the way, go slow, but then just do exactly what we've been doing. We're still ticking quite a bit. I don't know where we're high, because we're low right there. Bang, that's it. My two sides just met up perfectly at 4 inches. And I'm at about a nice 3/8 inch thick. Well, I can measure it. Four. I don't know. I'm at 5/16 out here and a little bit shorter in the middle. there we go. We got a little knot in here that adds some coolness to it. Now it turned right down. It's walnut wood, so a little bit of Mahoney's walnut oil finish will do me a good job. That double stick tape is working really well. I'm not too sure how I'm going to get this off. So with the grain, sure enough to ruin this thing. Oh yeah. Here it comes. Yeah, well, maybe I didn't need that much. Alright, so set it down, sits flat, set it down like that. Oh, it didn't sit flat, upside down. Well, I'll let that soak in overnight, probably put another coat on it. I like to just make it nice and gooey. Now we have finished a couple of nice English walnut coasters. This one I put a little bit of pizzazz on the bottom just for fun. A few marks. There it is. It's soaking in walnut oil right now. And so that just really made it look fantastic. Anywho, they're slippery. That's the top on that one. And here's a secret spoiler alert. We always have to have 3 or 4 projects going in the shop. Here is some elm burl blanks that I've dyed bright blue and let them soak for 3 or 4 days. They've been through the monster vacuum chamber twice. And let's see, let's just crank the vacuum up on this. There we go. 25. So I've got some more in there in blue, just for fun. There's some bottle toppers I'm going to plan to make. But back to these. Back to these English walnut scraps I had laying around the shop. 4 inches in diameter. This one's about 3.8. So I had to trim it down a little bit. The second time I mounted it, it didn't get even, so I came up with a better technique.